Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from SoFi. This just makes it to the landing zone. It's taken at the 18. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Got a man, that's Rashee Rice. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And a short gain there, down only to the 48. Here's a 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Motion man is Rice. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in for a big day.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's second and goal. Take it on in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Rams. It's his third touchdown on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Here's Cardi now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. So after one, the Rams out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. They'll come up now for second down and 4. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They go right back to Taylor. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Second down, Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the ground, it's Taylor. Just a short pickup down inside the 30. Now a give running left with Taylor. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. So, fourth down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Hurts to the air on first down. Right side, complete to Nakua. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
First and 10. Quickly to Andrews on the RPO. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
Try the right side this time. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's the former #1 overall pick, Trayvon Walker, there to make the stop. Motion man is Rice. The second down throw is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. Hurts now. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. He is in. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, L.A.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have two guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result.
Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken at the 5. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30. At their own 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. first time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Gonna look deep, looking for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
That pass play good for 22. First down, Jacksonville. Lawrence. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll be second down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Lawrence now on second down. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
To the left side in the hands of Rice. And he's taken down up past the 35.
This is a tale as old as time. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Hurts looking to throw on first down. They go right back to Rice. He's got it again. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. Now timeout Rams. That's number 2.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
So we come to halftime in this 2-touchdown game as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And no run back here as this third quarter begins with a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lawrence to the outside. A catch made by Moore. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now it's Taylor. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And this is going to be a Rams 1st down. He'll take it up to about the 33-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game?
They face 2nd down and 7. Now Hurts. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up at about the 42.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll run here with Taylor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Here's Taylor. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw is Lawrence. That's complete. Some more on the right side. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Nakua hauls it in.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down. On play action, Hurts. That's to the tight end, Elijah Higgins. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Hurts again. He's got it at the 7. And the Rams are going to be set up. 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Motion man is Rice. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Hurts, touchdown Los Angeles. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Here's Hardy now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. Finding room across midfield. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Rams 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Motion man is Rice. On 2nd down, Barkley. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, team's willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Rams will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
It's no secret, this offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game, and the scoreboard, for the most part, Mike, it reflects that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. So it's a win here for the Rams. They finish off the first month of the season perfect, as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious as we say so long from SoFi.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.